Welcome to Learning in an Instant with Alas, Cripps and Clark. We've done our questioning, so
Yep.
hopefully you've seen those videos. Go back. If you haven't, click here. What we're going to look at now is client meetings, because if you're doing really good calls, the aim on a lot of them is to get a client meeting.
Yes.
Not client visit.
Oh, can I just say one thing here? They're meetings. They're not visits. They're not pop-ins. They're not drop-offs, or what I now call the Ocado runs. So
I had a client, when I said a client visit, he was like, don't you just visit your nan?
Yeah.
Isn't that a visit?
Yeah.
Client meetings, please, guys.
But before you all switch off and get shot down in flames, there are still companies, there are still a lot of recruiters that just generically use the term visit. That's okay, but as long as the client doesn't think that it is just you popping in for a visit. So there needs to be a purpose, there needs to be a structure, there needs to be an objective. Meetings.
Yes.
I'll visit my mum, I don't meet with my mum, not unless she asks.
So my next point is that purpose,
Yeah.
because actually there's so many different types of client meetings.
Yes.
So if you think about it, yes, you can do a new business development meeting, new client, never spoken before, totally different meeting to a service review that you might do on a quarterly basis with a client that you've been working with a long time.
So you've got new and existing.
Yeah,
Okay.
you've got lapsed clients, trying to get those back on board. So that meeting's going to need a lot of preparation with regards to old information and how you're going to win them back. So a different type of meeting again. You've got handling a complaint. You should really go and do that face to face, guys. If there's an issue, if there's a problem, get in front of them and deal with it. And you just deal with that issue at that point. Really focus on it, make sure it's all cleared up.
Particularly if it's a complaint about contractors that you have out on site. Go out there and potentially you can meet with the contractor as well as the client. Yeah,
so actually you can have a client meeting where you talk through the service levels that you want to work with, but you also want to get introduced to other people, and the purpose is to gain more contacts. So again, different preparation for that. It could be that it's a PSL and it's a presentation and it's a it's a replying to a proposal and doing a full presentation. Again,
what we used to call beauty parades.
Yes, they still go on.
Never won those. Bet you won a few, didn't you? Right, no, all right.
They do still go on, where you'll have 5 or 6 agencies in the room and you've got to try and prove yourself to them to get that business. So lots of different reasons to go. Think about the meeting before you before you plan what you're going to do, because it will be a different plan for each of those, which leads us on to our next video.
Well, in fact, there is something that will lead on to the next video, and that is the handover. One of the reasons you might be actually having a client meeting is the client might be handing over a different contact within the company, but you might also be taking somebody along who you're going to be handing over to, or is going to be looking after the account, or who's going to be resourcing on it. So we'll talk about how to play that card in another video.